YouTube. How are we doing, family? It's your boy, Yo, and this is another episode of Yo Hoops. I go through every NBA game every day. Today's Thursday, November 13th, and we have a 3-game NBA card. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts, let you know what sides I like, and stick around, because I'll let you know my highlighted play of the day. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your favorite game in the comment section below. Without further ado, let me get into today's recap. Recapping yesterday, I went 0-2, really dropped both of my highlighted plays. First, I took the Miami Heat laying 5.5 points against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Heat had every chance to get the dominant win, but they kept letting Cleveland back into the game after building a 10-point lead. Miami beat them on Monday with all of their stars playing, so I was surprised to see them blow it with Donovan Mitchell and Mobley sitting, but we know that's how these games go sometimes. Final score was 130 to 116, Cleveland. Next, really my worst play of the day, I took the Los Angeles Lakers plus the 8 points in Oklahoma City, taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. OKC came into the game banged up on the second leg of a back-to-back, aired them out no problem. Luka and Austin Reeves ended up playing, but it didn't make a difference. I know this Thunder team's that good, but that was just more confirmation, especially on the defensive end. Final score was 121 to 92, Thunder. Not the worst day overall, 5-6-1 on the 12-game card, but I hate to drop both highlighted plays. I'm now 10-7-1 highlighted in November. Light card today, but let's get right back in that win column. Without further ado, let me get into today's games. In our first matchup, we have the Toronto Raptors in Cleveland taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavs are minus 300 on the money line, and the total is 238.5. The Cavs come into this one on the second leg of a back-to-back, flying from Miami back home to Cleveland. They obviously got the dominant win last night against the Heat, but what's more important is most of their stars were sitting for rest. Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley weren't actually injured, they were just looking ahead to this game. When I look at the total, 238 is a bit high, but it makes sense considering the Cavs games have gone over this line in their last 5 straight. A big part of that is Cleveland scoring a ton of points, fourth most in the league, averaging 123 points per game. I lean to the over, but looking at Toronto this season, I don't think they can keep up offensively. We know they play their best basketball at home, and we probably see something like a 12-point Cavs win tonight. I'm taking the Cavs laying the 7.5 points as my first selection of the evening. In our next matchup, we had the Atlanta Hawks in Utah taking on the Utah Jazz. Hawks are minus 140 on the money line, and the total is 232.5. For me, this is a tough one because I have similar takes on both teams. Both have a bunch of high draft picks that can go out there and compete on any given night. There are a few factors benefiting Utah here, though. The Hawks come into this one on the second leg of a back-to-back, flying from Sacramento to the elevation in Utah. Most of their stars played limited minutes, so that helps, but the change in elevation should have an effect. I like what I saw from Utah in that last game against the Pacers. They put up 152 points, and they're 7-4 against the spread on the season. They match up well with the Hawks in terms of size and talent. On their home floor, they should be able to compete. Take a look at Lauri Markkanen over 25.5 points. He's been hooping, and I'm taking the Jazz plus the 2.5 as my next selection of the evening. In our last and final matchup, we have the Indiana Pacers in Phoenix taking on the Phoenix Suns. Suns are minus 185 on the money line, and the total is 233. The Suns come into this one on the second leg of a back-to-back, flying from Dallas back home to Phoenix. Got the win last night against the Mavs, but Devin Booker did play 26 minutes. The Pacers are getting healthier, but they're still without Mathurin, Toppin, and of course Halliburton. Got shelled by 30 in Utah on Tuesday. I'm very worried about the Pacers moving forward. In terms of a side, I lean towards Phoenix, but I don't necessarily want to lay points on the second leg of a back-to-back. Their roster's already thin. Rather than taking a side, I'm looking at the total. 4 out of the last 5 games for both teams have gone well below this line. To put it simply, there aren't enough consistent scorers and guys who push the fast break to hit these 230 totals. We've seen Booker forced into more of a playmaking role, and that slows down the pace for the Suns. The Pacers are in trouble in general. They can't even knock down shots. I'm taking the Pacers and Suns under 233 as my highlighted selection of the evening. And that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. 10-7-1 highlighted in November. Let's knock it out the park today and get back in our groove. I appreciate the support so much. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, Yo. And until the next one, I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.